Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, and we are back with another or current spiritual state of the union address. And of course, I'm not going to be covering all of the hot topics in the U.S. As far as the news is concerned, but I will be covering the energies that have been coming out through the tarot and the downloads that Most High has been giving me concerning this collective, meaning those of you who are a regular part of tuning in and, you consider yourself a part of the collective, at least this collective. So the first thing, and thank you for tuning in, by the way. So there's a couple of things. Peace and comfort to Charlie Kirk's wife, his bride, Erica. Peace and comfort to Erica and their children. Yeah. Their lives naturally and spiritually are very, very busy right now. Okay? If you are so inclined, certainly send peace and comfort to that family. And again, just to remind us, I am neither Republican nor Democrat. I am independent, and I will forever be. The most foolish thing that you could ever do is attach yourself to a collective of which you have no spiritual guidance. Okay? So because your mother was a Democrat, you're a Democrat. Because your father was a Republican, you're a Republican. But the truth of the matter is, you never stood up and walked on your own. So you never actually found out that most brown Americans used to be Republican before the 70s, and most Caucasian Americans used to be Democrats. But the ignorance of America and the lack of an education, that's an informal education, you just learning and educating yourself on history, the lack thereof has constituted ignorance in that regard. Same thing as racism. Okay? I struck hands in the esoteric with someone yesterday who was speaking to the same thing as far as racism is concerned and how stupid systemic racism is. That is a catalyst in the matrix. Systemic racism is a catalyst in the matrix. Okay? Yesterday we had a reading and divine, time for your masculine energy came out. Welcome to the fucking party. Okay. So, all right. So let's go ahead and start with Charlie Kirk first. Okay. And again, peace and comfort to him, to the Trump administration. Yeah. Okay. So Charlie Kirk. Okay. Born 10/14/1993. I had just graduated high school that spring. That's interesting to say. So 10/20 or 10/14/93. Okay. All right. So he is a Libra, Justice. Okay. If I were you, instead of judging him based on his political party affiliation, I would go listen to some of the things that he says, specifically what he was saying at at Utah Valley University, where he was assassinated yesterday, Wednesday. Okay? I would go listen to what he was saying. Okay? His age at the time of assassination, 31. That's for new beginnings. But there was a 13 that shot him. That is death. That is Apophis. Okay, that is a pep. That is Satan. That is the devil. Okay. He was sitting at the prove me wrong debating table. That's where he was seated at this gathering. The prove me wrong debating table. Okay? And he was discussing mass shootings and transgender beings with someone. Okay? The shooting happened at 12:10, and his wife and children, Erica and the children, were present. Reminds me of Malcolm X's assassination. Okay? When Betty and the girls were there. Okay. He's the co-founder of Turning Point USA, a nonprofit advocacy group that became the nation's largest conservative youth movement. Okay? And he was also the host of the Charlie KIRK podcast, or Charlie Kirk Show, the podcast. And again, that happened at Utah Valley University. Okay? On 9/10. Okay? So did have two suspects in custody, but they were released. Okay? So, yeah, there is video, tons of video surveillance, of course. That is one of the pluses to being glued to your phone, I guess, in events like this. Yeah, so there's a lot of footage, even footage of the shooter on the roof, supposedly. And again, you have to take a look at what Charlie Kirk was speaking, okay? What he stood for, what his agenda was, what type of advocate was he, okay, with this nonprofit advocacy group, okay? So, why would someone want to silence someone? What would someone be saying or doing that would make someone want to silence what they're saying? People don't generally kill people that lie. People generally kill people that tell the truth. Assassinations throughout history, all over the globe, tell us that. People don't assassinate liars, they assassinate truth tellers. So let me ask you a question, America. Who's the truth teller and who's the liar? Okay. He was born, I think I said he was born in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Okay, 1993. All right, okay. All right. So next, I want to talk about Operation LAC, Operation LAC. Okay. So what is Operation LAC? Operation LAC was a United States government Army Chemical Corps operation which dispersed microscopic zinc cadmium sulfide. That's a bioweapon. You dipshit. Yeah, Army. Again, I'm getting very different feelings about the military, even though I served 8 years. Very different feeling about the military today. Motherfuckers pay for transgender sex changes. You motherfuckers putting biochemical weapons out into the fucking air and killing people and causing cancer and these cancer agents and all these other illnesses. And you motherfuckers won't step up to the plate and admit that you're wrong. Even till this day, the Army says that yes, we did spray bioweapons over there. Yes, we did, but we ain't giving you shit. Till this day. And this started in 1953 and went until the mid-60s. Okay? My personal opinion, part of the reason why they were doing it was for pollution, or not pollution, but for population control. You're talking about the baby boom era and the end of World War II. Okay? I think a part of their course of action for that, or reason for that, was population control. Okay? Many of these individuals, now they are adults, obviously. Cancer throughout their bloodlines and things like this. The Army continues to deny. Even though they know it was a bioweapon, yes, we sprayed it. The kids would run through the fog. They said it was this fog and it would stick on you. And they didn't like it, so they would run through it instead of just walking from school or to school or whatever. And these buses and planes would come by and they would spray this thick fog over St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri has been coming out in the readings often on this channel. Okay? So, they sprayed these particles, zinc cadmium sulfide, over much of the United States and Canada in order to test dispersal patterns and the geographic range of chemical and biological weapons. That's what they tell you they did. But it was for other reasons too. There are several tests that occurred prior to the first spraying affiliated with Operation LAC that proved the concept of large area coverage, Canadian files, relating to the participation in the test site, in particular, 3 previous series of tests leading up to those conducted in Operation LAC. September 1950, 6 simulated attacks were conducted upon the San Francisco Bay Area. It was concluded that it was feasible to attack I'm reminded of the MK Ultra chemist who jumped from the building in New York, I think, in the 60s, 50s, 60s, something, 60s. He jumped from the building, suicide. LSD, MK Ultra. Yes. That story is very public. You can look that up. Go look up scientist jumps from building LSD, MK Ultra. Go look it up. Just like you would look up ascended masters, or go look it up. What's the real name of Jesus? Is Issa or Yeshua? Go look it up. Ask AI, ask Google, ask whoever. What's another one? Bing, whatever. I don't know. Okay? It was concluded that it was feasible to attack a seaport city with a biological weapon or arsenal agent from a ship offshore. 1950. March to April of 1952. 5 trials were conducted off the coast of South Carolina and Georgia under Operation DEW, D-E-W. It was concluded that long-range aerosol clouds could obtain hundreds of miles of travel and large area coverage when disseminated from ground level under meteorological conditions. Again, fucking with the weather. Weather modifications. It comes out all the time in my readings. All the time, collective. Okay? Or investigators. North Sea, or 1957, the North Sea, east coast of Britain, it was shown that large area coverage with particles was feasible under most meteorological conditions. In St. Louis in the mid-1950s, and again a decade later, the Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide via motorized blowers atop Pruitt Igor. At schools from the backs of station wagons and via planes. Operation LAC was undertaken in 1957 and 58 by the U.S. Army Chemical Corps. The operation involved spraying large areas with this biochemical agent. The U.S. Air Force loaned the Army a C-119 flying boxcar, and it was used to disperse materials by the ton in the atmosphere over the United States. The first test occurred on December 2nd, 1957, along a path from South Dakota to International Falls, Minnesota. So Minnesota as well, and South Dakota. Tests were designed to determine the dispersion and geographic range of the bioweapons. Okay? However, as was the case in the first test, particles were detected up to 1,200 miles away from the drop point. Were you or your parents South Dakota, St. Louis, Minnesota, in the mid-50s to late 60s? Okay. A typical flight line would cover 400 miles and would release 5,000 pounds of zinc cadmium sulfide, and in fiscal year 1958, around 100 hours were spent in flight for LAC. So they spent 100 hours spraying this chemical all around the lands in the United States of America and Canada without your knowing it. Or you knew it, but they didn't care. Because this it says we are guinea pigs. Okay? That's what that says. Okay. That flight time included 4 runs of various lengths, one of which was 1,400 miles. Okay? So, United States Army Chemical Corps so confirmation for another government program, Operation LAC. Operation LAC. Okay. And again, no compensation, no, we're not paying for your medical bills. We don't care if you got 12 ears. They really, the Army say, fuck you. We're going to do to you whatever we want to do, including fucking you over. Fuck you, America. Fuck you, people. Fuck you. That's what the Army's saying. That's what the government's saying. They're like, fuck you. We can use you if we want. Fuck you. You a guinea pig. Fuck you. You a lab rat. Fuck you. That's what they're saying. They do not care what the hell they do to you, Americans of all shapes, sizes, and races. They do not care what the hell they do to you. They don't. And when I say they, I really do mean the elites. They will fuck you over every day. Every day. If you don't believe me, look at the tax code. Every day. Every day. And the church is part of that tax code. The church is part of that government tax code to keep you in poverty. The religious church is part of that tax code to keep you in poverty. I was one of those who gave. Often 10, 20%, 25%. I was extremely generous with the Rock of Central Florida. Extremely generous. I gave them whole paychecks on more than one occasion. I gave them motherfuckers $2,500 one time at one time. And now I'm sitting here, $1,300 a month. But I'm faithful. Okay? And their lack of appreciation for what I've sown into them, it doesn't diminish me. And it doesn't hurt me that to the point to where it makes me want to stop giving. Okay? They know. Steve knows. He has financial records. That motherfucker know how much I gave to them. He stood up there and I stood in front of the church with that $2,500 check. He stood there with me and took it out my hand. Or received it. I gave it. Okay? He didn't snatch it. I gave it. All right? But the church is part of that poverty system. That's why they beg you for your money every week. And until you wake up and realize God, Most High, Eravat, Divine Source, Lord of the sheep, Lord of the shepherd, the great I am, does not need your money, and he speaks to you directly in regards to what you should give, and it's not a mandatory static 10%. When you get beyond that, then you'll be able to afford a little more bread. You know what I'm saying? You'll have some more bread. Okay, so keep your money. Stop giving it to the fucking church. At least that 10%, like religiously, don't do that. Okay? All right. Next, we move on to something that is probably going to affect many of us who are tuning into this. Okay? Especially if you are on a platform. Okay? I don't even know all of the companies that Google owns or the conglomerate, whatever. I don't even know all of that. So there is a Google lawsuit. So a jury ordered Google to pay $425.7 million to 98 million victims for data tracking illegally. So after you opt out of tracking, Google, their employees, their systems, they still tracked you and kept your data. And a jury has ordered them to pay $4.257 million. Or not 4.2, $425.7 million. 98 million victims. 174 million devices were affected. Okay? This happened between 2016 and 2024. And of course, Google plans to appeal. Okay? So you want to talk about who's next? YouTube. Your ass next. And I know this is being posted on your platform. Stop the motherfuckers from shadow banning my fucking videos. And maybe I won't speak so openly and truthfully about your undercover wicked ass ways. Okay? You want to know what a thief looks like as a company? Okay? They allow you to post a meditation video, but then they put commercials in the middle of the meditation videos. Why? Because the motherfucker's greedy. And yet, they will allow somebody to post a fucking movie and put Jason Statham's name on it and a picture of him, and the movie is not about, or even in, Jason Statham isn't even in the fucking movie. So they will allow somebody to lie to you like that because it gets ratings. Listen to me, collective. Listen to me. Listen to me. So they will allow you to put somebody's face on a video because it's going to increase the views, right? So more people are going to come to YouTube. But they will not allow you to speak the truth. They will shadow ban you. Make it make sense, United States of America. Make it make sense, owner of YouTube, whoever that company is. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I know you can't. That's why I keep asking. But again, that's how YouTube operates. Because it's money. That's what's priority to YouTube. Money. Okay? So there's the Google class action lawsuit. Okay. Next, Tampa Bay area sex trafficking ring. Okay, so there were Florida comes out. Florida is like Florida. We know Florida. We know Florida for all the crazy ass people. You're right. Florida has some crazy stories. Florida has a reputation in America or amongst Americans as a pretty crazy. You know, there's some wild people that come out of and through Florida. I mean, Florida's like Ted Bundy was in Florida. I mean, Florida. Eileen Wuornos is from Florida. Like, there's some. There's some. Yeah. Okay. So, in Tampa Bay, Florida, there was a sex trafficking ring that was busted. Okay, 60 children. 60 children rescued. They're going to need help, counseling. They're going to need guidance. They're going to need emotional support, mental support, spiritual support. They're going to need a lot. Okay? 8 individuals have been arrested. Okay, 8. My room number is M8 currently. M8. Okay? Spiritually, I got a couple of them motherfuckers. About the government program. With the Army Chemical Corps, Elizabeth Vargas reported on this. Elizabeth Vargas. Okay? This government program, this radioactive thing, radioactive oatmeal, apparently. And I like oatmeal. Okay, so back to Tampa Bay, Florida. Okay, so yes, 8 people arrested, 60 children. Okay, counties Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, those may resonate for you. Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, Pasco County. The ages range from 9 to 17. There could have been something significant from you for ages 9 to 17. Okay, 9 to 17. Those are adolescent years. Okay, this operation that these 20 different agencies were involved in. Thank you so much, 20 different agencies. Confirmation, Bert. Operation Dragon Eye. Okay, ran from June 2nd to June 13th. Check the dates. Okay, James Othmeyer is the Florida Attorney General. Okay, the U.S. Marshals were involved. Like I said, there's a lot. And again, I say his name for a reason. James Othmeyer. Okay, I say it for a reason. So those children have now been sent, of course, are being evaluated and all of that sort of thing. Okay. So collective. I've mentioned 4 stories here. Charlie Kirk's assassination. Radioactive oatmeal sprayed all over St. Louis, Missouri, Minnesota, South Dakota, and then as far as 1,200 miles beyond those places. So how far from Minnesota would 1,200 miles take you? Were you living in any of those states? How far from 1,200 miles in St. Louis were you living in any of those places? That radius, how far from, South Dakota, 1,200, what, were you there? Were you in those areas? I don't know. The Google class action lawsuit of $425.7 million to 98 million victims. And again, they're going to appeal, but yeah. It's amazing how victims appeal. And I understand in America, everybody has a right to a fair trial. But do you really think Jeffrey Dahmer needs to appeal? Do you really? And yes, I'm comparing that to that. The Army Chemical Corps is similar to Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you think the Army needs to appeal? Do you think the Army deserves to appeal anything that ever comes out of this? Once the fucking judges wake up and stop getting paid under the table? And the politicians? What do you think, collective? You know what all of this points to? Sex trafficking. You know what all this points to? Control. That's what all of this points to. Control. Control. Hit it, Janet. That name might be significant. Or Jackson. Okay. There's something about Jesse Jackson. I don't know if he's going to be passing soon, but Jesse Jackson, I don't know. I don't support him, follow him, and I probably wouldn't. Okay? But, yeah. All right? Peace and comfort. And thank you so much for the laughs, Polly Holiday. She is from Alice, the TV sitcom Alice. Well, kiss my grits. That's Polly Holiday, right? That's a good childhood memory show for me. Okay. All right. I think that's really it as far as this is concerned. So yeah, it's all about control. It's all about control. It's all about human control, human resources. That's what they're all about. That's what they're all about, collective. Okay? So let's go ahead and get some tarot before we go, just so we can close it out. Hopefully on something that's a bit positive. And again, it is strong masculine energy today. Okay? This might sound funny to you, but I don't plan on smiling today. Okay? And I don't plan on frowning either. I just plan on being stoic, baby. Just looking the motherfuckers in the face. Look at Apophis. Look, motherfucker. Hey, Apophis. I'm right here, bitch. What the fuck you gonna do? Hey, Jezebel. You see my fucking... I'm right here, motherfucker. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Step up. So me and Horus can whoop your ass again. What you gonna do? The Ace of Wands almost came out. I see the Sun card, the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you who are part of this class action lawsuit, you might be getting 800, 900 grand. You better do something with it. Wise, you better do something with it. Divine has been talking about inheritances coming in. It can come in class action lawsuits. It can come in any way. Collective, you better get your shit together. Okay? And I said collective. You better get your shit together. Because I don't care about the enemy. Okay? And there's a card that landed on the Wheel of Fortune. Temperance. Take a look, Sagittarian energy. So we need patience, right? Patience to receive it. Got the fucking Sun card. And the Two of Wands. Okay? And you know what this says to me, given these cards right here? We are just watching. As the world turns, we are watching. We are observing. Our ancestors are observing. El Shaddai is observing. Most High is observing. Erevat, Issa, Saint Mary, Buddha, Helena Blavatsky, Saint Germain. They are all paying attention. Archangels, Michael, Raphael, Samuel, Ragiel, Shamuel, Azrael, Ariel, Raphael, Metatron. They're watching. They're watching. Galactic Federation, they're watching. The Soul Tribe Collective and the Esoteric, they're watching. They are watching. To see what you're going to do, collective, and to see if someone's going to come forward with the truth before time runs out. That's what they're doing, collective, so that they can release to you what is rightfully yours and take their hands off your fucking life and stop trying to poison you, spiritually or physically. Okay? I think that's pretty obvious. Thank you, Divine, for giving me the messages, downloads, and synchronicities that you've given me to disperse the information to the collective today that you have given me to disperse. I do not relent. I do not let up. I do not relinquish. I do not decrease. I increase. I do not let go. I release. Fucking new world, baby. New world. Motherfuckers about to find out. I'm telling you, look, you see it. Don't you see it? You see it. It's churning. Don't you see it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Hermit. I am. Celebration. Seven of Pentacles. That's a boost. That's a boost. You're about to get an upgrade. You're about to get an upgrade, collective. You're about to get a collective upgrade. About to get a collective upgrade. Bring your presence, Divine, right now. You are about to get a collective upgrade. There's an emperor coming towards some of us. If you are a male, it's an empress. Okay? That could be what part of this is about. That is definitely what this is about. Somebody's going to fuck around and find, I'm telling, collective. Divine is just saying it again. They are. Why? Because they are this. They are this. This is the individual that assassinated Charlie Kirk. These are the Army Chemical Corps. Okay? That's them. The holier than thou motherfuckers. Okay? That's Google. Okay? And then when YouTube gets busted, it'll be YouTube. Okay? Because they think they can't be touched because of the amount of money that they got in their fucking bank account or who they pay off underground or under the table. They think they can't be touched. But what they fail to see is that Abravat is the supreme judge. That's what they fail to see. And so long as you stay faithful, you will get what's coming to you. The motherfucker's gonna burn in hell. Rules that I learned in jail. When I get free, motherfuckers better watch their ass. Soon as I get released, I'ma clock some cash. Spend some time locked down, but I'm back on the street. There'll be trouble when they see me. When I get free, motherfuckers better watch their ass. Soon as I get released, I'ma clock some cash. Spend some time locked down, but I'm back on the street. There'll be trouble when they see me. The bitches is foul. Take a look at the evening news. They see a nigga getting cuffed by the boys in blue. Trying to dirty up my name, huh? But in my rage, I blow their balls off. Be the first one to test to arrest me, bitch. All right, so we're going to take these and we're just going to pull some card messages real quick. And pull some angel cards too. Looking at NBA, there's something about the NBA perhaps. Who knows? There is. It's just a matter of what that means. It could be someone's initials. Okay, NBA, because that's the way it's written on the card. It's fantastic. Justice, truth is fantastic. Don't ignore this. Don't think it's just bullshit. I'm telling you. Don't ignore this. Don't think it's, and I don't care if it's not, it doesn't even have to be me. I'm not saying for me. The information, wherever it's coming from Elizabeth Vargas. Don't ignore it. And thank you, Elizabeth. Don't ignore it. Let's get some happy information through angel numbers. Thank you so much again, as always, for being a part of the journey here. I know what I say is not easy to hear. Certainly if you're of the darkness. But I'm not here to appease you. So it doesn't matter what to me what you think. Or if you receive what I say. Okay. 1818, 999, 1122, 33. I bought food. It's in a styrofoam container, and there's a feather on it. I didn't put the feather on there, but it's sitting on top of the food. So eights are significant. Pay attention. I really feel like I really need to stress that today. I feel like I really need to stress collective. I really need to stress pay attention. Don't be like Moses. What do I mean? At the last minute, he fucked up and didn't get in. Don't be like Moses. Don't be like Moses. He still went to glory. Right? He still ascended and did all that and all that. But here, he didn't get to experience paradise. Don't be like Moses in that regard. Okay? Don't. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and just slide these on in here and we're going to get up out of here. Thank you so much again. I just wanted to come on with a spiritual State of the Union address because there's a lot that's bubbling up. There's a lot that's stirring. There's a lot that's cooking. There's a lot that's happening. And I don't even follow the news. Divine brings me these news stories. They just show up. I don't go looking for stuff like that. I don't. Because I want it to be divinely guided. Because I can sit there and I can go chasing after every news story that there is because there's enough karmic activity out there to have 15 news journals within every state. You know, there's enough or within each city, there's enough karmic activity out there for that. Okay? So I can go searching for it, but it's better when Divine Source brings it to me. All right. Let's go ahead and see. Today is a day of recompense, making amends. Today is a day of recompense, making amends. Angel card 1122, November 22nd, January 1st, January 12th, February 1st, February 11th, however, February, whatever. Great shift. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons and permit yourself. Permits are important at this time. That permits, that's important. Legal permits or otherwise, permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. My intentions are full justice. And that I am not even talking about myself. I'm talking about the entire soul tribe collective. I'm talking about mankind. Okay? Justice. And on the other side, we have Asia. Okay? I'm in Southeast Asia, but that could be someone's name. Or someone's actually from the country of Asia, or they're already right now visiting, whatever. Miami, we got Florida with that sex trafficking ring. Next, East Coast, Florida again, and some other state, Georgia. Georgia was mentioned, I think, in something that I was reading. North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, all the way on up, Maine, all of that, all the way on up. Okay? East Coast. The name Dawn might be significant for your journey. That's on the world. These initials. The name Peter might be significant. I said it. Go look it up. Google it. Is the name of Jesus Issa? Google it. Go ahead, Google it. See what happens. See what you get. And then stop calling them Jesus. Because you will be proven wrong. Google it and then stop calling them Jesus. It's been raining here all day, but I have been outside even in the rain. Okay? Collective. Divine is asking you a question today on this. Okay? Today is a day of recompense. Divine is asking you, do you believe you can walk on water? Where's your faith? What level? Not where is it, like, do you have it? You have some. We all have some. We all have been given a measure of faith. The religious book tells us. Okay? But do you believe you can walk on water? Do you believe you can do what has never been done or seen? And if it has, perhaps it hasn't been seen in hundreds of years, thousands of years. Okay? You ready to bring that kind of truth to the forefront? On the 8-8, we have swift action. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Okay? All right. And that is on one side of Ralph, Rupert, Herb. Okay. Could be herb. Could be something about herbs. Someone could be an herbalist. Okay. Rupert Murdoch. Ralph Waldorf Emerson. Okay. Motherfuckers who are doing those experiments on you in St. Louis and Minnesota and all of that, those are corrupt doctors. Motherfuckers who are releasing STDs in Guatemala, those are corrupt doctors. Who was the big doctor who was all over the COVID thing? Who was that? What was that doctor's name? Whoever that leading doctor was, it'd be interesting to find out what the fuck is going on with him right now. Next, we have an angel number. These names. Also, Cam and Thaddeus could be significant. We have the name Sherry. Okay. Sherry, Cheryl, Chandra. Wow, significant events are in the cards for you. It says on the cards. You will progress in endeavors and gain the experiences. New experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming. You're destined for greatness. Okay? When I'm in my masculine energy, it's probably best that I not address my divine masculine on here. I'm gonna just leave it. And I know she watches, but I'm just saying, sweetheart, it's best if I not address you here in my masculine energy. Why? Because your ass ain't here yet. Or I'm not there, however the fuck it's supposed to go. And I'm extremely patient. But I'm just letting your ass know. See, I shouldn't. I really should. I should stop talking. Okay? So Rodney, Dennis, Sherry. Okay? Next, we are watch out for some of your neighbors, collective. I even pay attention when I'm in the hotel. Yep. They don't think I do. But I do. I watch every motherfucker that walk past me. Energetically. I watch every motherfucker that walk past me in the store, on the sidewalk. Motherfuckers probably don't even think I'm paying attention. I see your ass. Stupid fucker. The name Paul. Oh, was that the other card actually for Age of Aquarius? Paul might be the other card for Age of Aquarius, sorry. Looking at the name Lucifer and Chester. The Vatican knows who you are. You dumb fucker, you can't do shit with me. Y'all need to just go on. What y'all need to do is change your wicked ways and be like, okay, we want to do it right now. Show us the way. Okay, come on. Okay, all right. We want to do it right. That's what you need to do. And that's for all of the collective. Every earth angel, light worker, starseed on this planet right now that's functioning in their high vibration, every clair, every healer, every empath. That's what y'all need to say. And that is the only thing that y'all need to say. Okay. We're sorry. We give up. Okay. Because you're going to lose. I don't care how many of these little battles that you've won along the way throughout the journey. I don't care. Divine has never lost. Never lost. That motherfucker got more rings than Russell, Bill Russell, and every other fucking NBA player who has at least one. In history, Divine is undefeated. So what you think you're going to do, Army Chemical Corps? The fuck you think you're going to do, Dark Attorneys? politicians, YouTube. The fuck you think you gonna do, Google? What you gonna do? You gonna pay up or what? I say it all the time, collective, and I'm gonna show you the card because it's looking at me. Somebody could have asthma, or they could have developed asthma, or be dealing with shortness of breath, and that's a confirmation because I heard it yesterday. Someone's dealing with shortness of breath, or they have already been diagnosed with asthma. Okay, this name, someone could be a molester, Chester the molester. Okay, someone could be a CPA or have some type of finance degree. Someone could have gone to an HBC, historically Brown College. Someone could have gone to one of those. Here's the card that I said I was going to show you because it's looking at me, collective. You know why? Because ain't nothing but a gangster party. That's why. And you don't take religious shit to gangster parties. If you know about Tupac, you know. You don't take, no. His songs, he mentions the third eye in more of his songs than I know of anybody else. He mentions the third eye. Okay? Yeah. Carry your nasty ass on. Sun card, because the sun is revealing them crazy ass motherfuckers who think they coming back you for some more woo woo or wah wah or whatever you want to call it. Okay? Someone might want to have chips and salsa with you. You might want to be careful. I would definitely be observant of that individual and consult my team before I go out with anyone. Okay? And I'll be honest with you. If you cut somebody off, I wouldn't accept none of them motherfuckers back into my life. I wouldn't. If you cut someone off, you left someone, it could be a friend, a former co-worker, whatever, it doesn't matter. If divine removed them from your energy or you moved away, don't be turning around trying to reminisce and look back at them motherfuckers. You better keep marching forward, soldier. Left, right, left, right, left. Keep marching. Someone's needing medical attention. Peace amongst the chaos, collective. Peace amongst the chaos. Someone could be pale skinned. I have peace amongst the chaos. Okay? Just because you have peace, collective, that doesn't mean you can't be strong. Peace doesn't mean meek or weak. That's not what peace means. And meek doesn't mean weak. Okay? It means humble. We have the hermit and the healer. Yes, I am. The hermit and the healer. And some, I almost said a word YouTube probably wouldn't want me to say, some FAGGOT femboy. Okay? Freemasons. Yeah. You could be getting a genuine offer, collective, again. Use your spidey senses to determine whether or not that's something you should move forward with. Someone's favorite character might be Spider-Man. Okay, so we have a genuine offer on the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, whether you are in this Nine of Pentacles or this Nine of Pentacles is coming to you, and together you will become the Ten of Pentacles. Regardless, no matter how it goes, here we go. Other side of that, we have filter required at this time. Not on my fucking channel. Okay? I am completely respectful of everyone in their position until they come at me incorrectly. And I don't care who the fuck you are. You could be the fucking judge. I will stand up in court and I will tell you, I'm sorry, Your Honor. No disrespect, but Aravat will whoop your ass if you do not rule correctly in this hearing. Aravat will whoop your ass, and your family, they will start dropping like flies, Your Honor, with all due respect. This came out the other day. So there could be some more news about some sex trafficking. I already said the word 15 times. Sex trafficking something or other in Florida, okay? Or some other place that's Osceola or in Oak County. It could be Orange County, California, okay? That's on the 8 of Pentacles. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and say no because it's a full sentence. And look, St. Louis, all those victims from 1953 to the mid-60s, baby boomers infected, radioactive oatmeal, Operation LAC, Army denying anything. But they say, yes, we did spray radioactive, but we ain't giving you shit. We ain't doing shit. We ain't taking care of you. We ain't giving you compensation. We ain't doing nothing for you. You just deal with whatever you get as far as the radioactive activity is concerned, and your bloodline, DNA, whatever. You just deal with whatever that is. So your kids has medical complications. Someone could have asthma because of that bullshit. They're not doing anything about it. They say. Why? Because you're a guinea pig. I hope you do put me on a fucking advocacy board. Whoever you are, that's coming with this up, I hope you do put me on an advocacy board. I hope you do. I hope you do. Create my own. I hope you do. Okay? So there are celebrations coming in for some of us. Okay? On the Wheel of Fortune, we have this name. Yep, Jessica was murdered. Feathered ancestors, that reminds me. Today is Taraji P. Henson's birthday. Happy birthday, baby. Okay? I call people baby when it's endearing. I don't call them that because I like them or it's some whatever, flirty thing or whatever. I call my spirit beings babies. Okay? I call my ancestors babies. Okay? It's an endearing thing. Okay? Ryan. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that says calls a lesbian. Ryan. Okay? Male or female. If it's a female, Ryan could be a closet lesbian. Hey, Ryan, female. You like licking clits? That's a question. Hey, Ryan, female, you like licking clits? Hey, Ryan, male, you like sucking dicks? That's a question. Okay? So Wheel of Fortune, Ryan, you are a generational curse breaker. And I'm going to show you this name right behind this motherfucker. So happy birthday, Taraji P. I forgot to continue that. Happy birthday, Taraji P. I posted a video when I was in Malaysia 3 months ago in Putra Majestic on the other side of Kuala Lumpur. And her feathered ancestors showed up. Okay? Crows showed up in the middle of my reading, and I started talking to them about Taraji P. Henson. I'm not going to tell you in this video what they said, and what we confirmed between us that she needs to know if she doesn't already. I don't know. I don't know if she listened to the video. I've posted it on social media. LinkedIn, Instagram. I even posted it on her Instagram just to say happy birthday and to remind her of what her ancestor said to her. So I'm not going to tell you what her ancestor said to her But 3 months ago, I posted that video, and her face is the face of that video, in case you want to go to the playlist or the videos and take a look and see that. Okay? But she was born on 9/11/1970, so she is 5'5" today, as it's 105:10. Okay? So someone's lying. Okay? But we have a victory over here against these liars. They were probably celebrating this lie. Okay? Yep, they were celebrating it. Look, they were celebrating it. They thought they were going to get paid, laid, and being in the shade. But now them motherfuckers dead. Cause why? The motherfuckers decided to come against the ones that they knew they shouldn't have. They knew ahead of time. So don't believe some motherfucker, I didn't know. Bullshit. Bullshit. At some point, Erevat let you know. Your ancestors told you. You might not have known on day 1, but you knew on day 5, 3, 12. You knew. Shit been going on for years. You knew. You just didn't care to stop. Okay? Because your ass is greedy. I don't know why I'm feeling like I need to flip these 2 cards over. Let's see. Small town cover up. Small town. Okay? Small town in any of those states that has been mentioned or somewhere else, including Utah. Okay? Someone has an undiagnosed illness. Next, we got the Emperor coming out. There's something about an intervention. In the angel numbers, they were talking about some promise or something coming in, collective. Again, I don't know what the fuck mine. I really should not. I don't know what she's doing, but I really don't want to speak negative or derogatory about her in my masculine energy. Okay? This name, okay? But that just lets you know, baby, that even when we get together, I'm going to speak the truth whether you want to hear it or not. And I hope you do the same, because if not, then it's definitely going to fall apart. Okay? So if you ever need to tell me, what are you doing, honey? Get your ass up. You know what Divine told you? Get your ass up and go. Do what Divine. If you ever need to do that, do it. Tell me. Get on my case. Come on. That's part of your job. That's part of my job with you. Okay? Not dragging you. If you don't do the work, I can't do it for you. I can motivate you. You can motivate me. But I can't do it for you. Even when we're together, I can't do it for you. Okay? Okay. The back of this card, I just looked, it says, the police are lying to the community. Okay? So the reason why you need an intervention is because the local police were lying to the community and weren't doing shit. So then the big dogs had to step in. The alphabets, FBI, CIA, DEA, they had to step in. Okay? They had to step in because the police in your local small town wasn't doing shit about it. Whatever it is, they were just letting it happen. Okay? Last, we have the holier than thou. How appropriate. Okay, so we have paparazzi vibes, collective. Again, for whoever that resonates with. That could be just local news. Okay? Local news interviewed those victims in St. Louis decades, 40, 50, 60, 70 years after, right? 1953 was 72 years ago. (1953) was 72 years ago. They're just not talking to these people. Holier than thou. They could have been acting like a star. Whoever the holier than thou person is. And then we have country music. Okay? So there could be something about someone who's a country music star and shaman. Okay? You could also identify as some sort of past life shaman. Okay? Or you have shamanic ancestry of some sort, Egyptian or otherwise. Somebody lied about a death collective. All right. So, I think that's it. I think we're going to go ahead and close it out. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a strong video. Okay? Ancestors and divine source. If anyone reports this video, shadow bans this video, they will get mouth blisters. Uncontrollable mouth blisters to the point to where they cannot eat. Their face is swollen. Mouth blisters. To anyone who blocks this video, shadow bans this video, attempts to copy this video. Erevat, ancestors, Sekhmet, Horus, El Shaddai. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru. This is Esoteric Guidance. I am a truth teller. Okay? Descendant of Yeshua, seated right next to Yeshua, 2 seats to the right, and the second seat to the right of Most High. That's where my permanent seat is. Yeah, the government knows exactly who the fuck I am. You shadow ban my shit and watch the blisters form. When your spouse, your wife, or your husband can't kiss you, or wouldn't want to, because you got pus in your fucking mouth because you came against the collective, yeah, then you will know. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be encouraged.